Welcome to NigerianHipHop.net. Your one-stop to hip-hop news, reviews, videos, interviews, music downloads, mixtapes, album sales, and other merchandise. NigerianHipHop.net, dishing out the very best of Nigerian music.
I'm a Nigerian with 100 million raised to 1,000 billion ways to hustle and go get a trillion pay. So I don't even care if they really wanna hate.
J.Berg, what's up? What's up? This is NigerianHipHop.net, and we're chilling with J.Berg. J.Berg, what's happening, man?
What's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Yeah, correct. J.Berg, who's J.Berg, man? Let's just go straight to who is J.Berg?
J.Berg is definitely a lyrical MC, flow sick MC that is just trying to let people know that look, this dude can rap. That's just it, basically. Representing Nigeria most definitely. So been to Ife, came out from Ife, came straight into rap, ready now to say, okay, let's see if we can push out and see if there's space for us in this crowded rap game in Nigeria. So we just want to get.
Alright, J.Berg, born and bred where?
I'm a Cross River boy. I wasn't born in Cross River, but I'm from Cross River. My parents are from. My dad is from Cross River. My mom is Isha. She's from Edo. I was born and bred in Lagos, but I spent before I came to Lagos, I spent about 7 years in UK before I came to Lagos. Before I came to Nigeria, that's it basically. Started school. That's it.
All right. So what's your story? What's your story like? Hip hop wise, what's your story?
Well, hip hop wise, I'm like basically just somebody that I started based on what my dad used to listen to. I learned about hip hop from actually my dad. I didn't start with hip hop. I started with music that my dad used to play when I was young. Folks like Bob Marley, Eric Clapton, a lot of rock music, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, all them cats. Then from there I started carving my niche. I started going into listening to from TVs. Then we used to have all these videotapes that had these old classic videos. All those old classic rap videos, all them deep cover from Snoop, all those videos we used to watch, all them jump around, and from there jump around from all those videos. And then I remember the first time I ever wrote rap, my first rap was Jump Around. I wrote the rap off the video from the TV. I was penning the lyrics down, pausing the VH.
Around what year, man?
That was I was how old? I can't really remember, but I think I was like about 13 or so. I was like 13, about 13 then. And I paused the VHS, pause, right. That was actually the first rap I learned. Then from then and I started listening to people that were even before them, all Big Daddy Kane, all those old raps. Started picking out them, and basically it was actually Big Daddy Kane that drew me into Basel. I was like, oh man, this guy they kill niggas, And Big Daddy Kane. Then of course, Cannibals. Cannibals was really lyrical, and Cannibals, because of the way he used to rap about science. That's from then I started from then on I started in school I started miming and stuff. That's how from then I now broke into rap, writing down my own lyrics and stuff. I started with poetry first. Started writing down poetry. Then my ex-girlfriend, I used to write poetry for her and all that. She was like, yo, you have something good. I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't take it seriously. So when I got to school and I started facing battle niggas, then white mask from Ife, I will never forget you boys. Started facing battle niggas. I was like, oh, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I started battling, mixed it with school rap. Then I came out of school and I was now ready. I hooked up with some guys, Beatbox. Shout out to Beatbox, Ace. Shout out to my homeboy Tari. Those guys were like, okay. Those were the guys I met in Lagos. I was like, okay, fine. Let's see what this guy can do. And then from there to there, Ace introduced me to EXO. Shout out to EXO. When EXO heard me, EXO went bananas. EXO was like, guy, you have something. I was like, real talk. I started working with EXO. He introduced me to a couple of cats. EXO is actually the first producer that actually believed in me and said, yo guy, let's do something together. And since then I've been working with him. And right now,
Same EXO, man.
The Womberry guy. The guy's a beast. He was the one, and that's how I started getting little features here and there. And then they were like, okay, Beatbox was like, yo, Jay, let's come out with a mixtape for you. And I was like, no doubt. Started working on the mixtape. Called up a couple of futures. Shout out to Ace handled a lot of features for me. Called a lot of features from Ice Prince to Muna to Scales to Terry. Shout out to Terry to a lot of people. My homeboys Labsy, my homeboy 12 Gauge, Z. A lot of people were on the mixtape and all that, you know, just to show that okay, fine, in this underground rap, there's still people that still can hold it down. So that's it basically.
Alright, so coming from a long way in hip hop history, how do you see hip hop back then and hip hop now? What's your take on it? What's the major difference, and what is it you are feeling and you're not feeling?
Okay, basically, let's be honest, man. Hip hop kind of sucks now because it's no more about depth of lyrics. Because I feel that depth of lyrics really plays a lot, do you understand, in terms of hip hop. Because hip hop is not just to make you dance, it is, fine. Shout out to MI, respect MI for that, because I think MI actually made people realize in Nigeria that hip hop is something you can still have fun with, and I agree with that. But believe me, hip hop is not just about fun. Hip hop is about, you know, talking about stuff, issues, through music, through, you know, hip hop itself on a whole. And back then, I think people paid more attention back then, I think, about what the whole history about hip hop was and how people used to talk and yarn deeply. Yeah. You understand? Shout out to them Nas that really did that stuff. Now, back then, you know, but now, man, it's all about the glamour and all about rapping for the chicks and everything and all that and all that and all that. But it's still fun though. But that is basically the big difference between hip hop back then and people and hip hop now on a whole. But in Nigeria back then, people didn't want to. Now let me break down to Nigeria now. In Nigeria, people didn't want to listen to hip hop back then. That's one thing I'm now happy about, because now people are now listening to hip hop. I was talking with Terry this afternoon, and Terry was saying that at Alaba now, CDs, the hip hop CDs from MI to Vector to, you know, people are ready to listen to hip hop now. You get, and that's a plus because it gives people like me, you know, a better opportunity to focus stuff that I have in store. That's basically what it is.
Word. So your mixtape is titled?
Yeah, the Big Chill mixtape. It's coming out in March with Sound City Blast. Look out for that stuff. Tight stuff.
March of 2011.
Yeah, straight up.
Alright, the Big Chill. What's the reason behind that name?
The reason behind the name The Big Chill is just basically, I actually got the inception from a movie. Alright? The Big Chill. And I was looking at it and I was like, whoa, that'd be a cool name for a mixtape. Because in other words, if you look at it, it will be like The Big Chill. You know, it's not something you just get up and dance to. It's something that you sit down, get your headphones on, and chill out and listen to. Straight hip hop stuff.
Alright, so on the Big Chill we got people like...
Yeah, on the Big Chill, I said it before, we got people like Scales, Muna, Ice Prince. Maybe you guys must have heard one test us, it's been all over the place. Muna, Ice Prince, Scales, Z, 12 Gauge, shout out to 12 Gauge, Murder Ace, Mischief. That's another girl I can spit. Mischief, a whole list of course, EXO, Tito, shout out to Tito, Simos, Tito, a whole lot of people. I can't get them off the top of my head.
So, you've been dropping a couple of singles.
Yeah, I've been dropping a couple of freestyles here and there, you know, a couple of freestyles here and there. Apparently, people still really, like, recently, people really got to know I could freestyle from Wax Lyrical. Shout out to Loose Kanon, Wax Lyrical. The first time I got to Wax Lyrical, I tore that place down. Shout out to Loose. Loose is also on the mixtape. That was it basically. Wax Lyrical gave me the opportunity for people like basically in this Lagos area to know that okay, this guy can spit. So from frequently going to Wax Lyrical, that's how.
Alright, so being a fan of hip hop also, let's go down to Nigerian hip hop.
Yeah.
Give us your top 5 producers, hip hop producers
in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me, man. Top 5, must they be in Nigeria?
Yes, Nigeria. I'm talking about Nigeria.
Okay, top 5, man. First, I'm on EXO. Straight up, EXO is number 1. 2, Bigfoot for Mike Walks. That guy, hey, Bigfoot. 2. 3, let's see, who's there again? Okay, Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy is really, really good. I like the way he, you know, fuses with the Nigerian pop. Don Jazzy. 3. 4. Let me see. 4. Who's there that's really been killing me right now? producers, Nigeria. Yes, SARS and Muti, yeah. That's it. That's how many five. SARS and Muti legend. Shout out to Muti. He produced Komaro. SARS and Muti. Yeah, those are the guys that are really doing it for me. Nigerian hip hop wise. Of course, man, there are many. Venomous. How can I not call Venomous?
5 is up.
5 is up, man. Venomous. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so J.Berg will be expecting the mixtape to drop next year, right?
Yeah, definitely, by God's grace.
So give shout out.
Oh, shout out. Shout out to, of course, the people interviewing me, NigerianHipHop.net. Shout out to you guys, Huey Nigerian, Osags, Osel. Shout out to Fazillion, NigerianHipHop.net. You guys are doing your thing.
Wise Guy P.
Wise Guy P, yeah. Then my mom, my brothers, my family on the whole. Then shout out to the beatbox movement. Shout out to beatbox, 12 Gauge, Murder Ace, Z, my homegirl. Then of course Mischief, Dala, Kafi, all them cats. Shout out to my homeboy, the perv nerd, or Day. I see you. And that's basically it, man.
Alright, J.Berg, it's lovely hanging out with you, and we hope when the big chill drops next year, it's gonna be something serious. Alright, man, peace. Peace.
You're welcome to NigerianHipHop.net. You won't stop the hip hop news, reviews, videos, interviews, music downloads, mixtapes, album sales, and other merchandise. NigerianHipHop.net, dishing out the very best of Nigerian music.